Hey there, sign folk. It's Sean again, the sign guy. If you guys are just tuning in to the channel, welcome. I appreciate all the likes and subscribes and all that good stuff. And one of the main reasons why I guess I'm doing what I'm doing is because I like to help people. I know that I've struggled a lot with a lot of things in the past. I've been in the industry for 25 years. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, and I've screwed up a heck of a lot more stuff than that. So a lot of people kind of had this, I guess, this image of wanting to print vinyl with that. And although you can make money with that, this video is more about utilizing all of the tools in your pocket, so to speak. So of course, most people have the cutters. Some people have bigger ones, some people have smaller ones, and some people have printers. But the one thing that I really like to emphasize that I can do that not everyone else can do is working with that piece of equipment. And when it comes to making money, which is, don't get me wrong, I love doing what I do and I love making signs and I love being creative, but there's a lot of different pieces and parts that kind of go into all this that kind of make it all go together. And, you know, we want to make money doing what we're doing. And so that kind of got me thinking. So when I did the video of the printer last week, and I kind of threw in this little thing like, would I buy another one? I would buy another printer if I had to. But at this point, at this stage in what I call my career, I wouldn't buy a printer. The big reason why is because the cost, the return on investment. So with this, I don't even know what I'm going to call this video or what it's even, but it's something that kind of got me thinking. So when you set out to do vinyl decals and lettering and all that other good stuff, whether you're already established or you're just looking to get into it, I'm just going to throw this out, and this is my opinion. This is my personal opinion. If you like it, great. If not, then fine, move on. But so when people get cutters, they're utilized, and you can make some good money on these cutters. Not this one specifically. We had an old 24-inch cutter that I guarantee you we probably ran more than $1 million worth of material, or it grossed us over $1 million before we upgraded to the 54. And so that being said, you can make money off of cutting vinyl, and you can make money off of printing. But when you look at a printer, it's going to cost you, I don't know, you get the printer, you get the laminator, you get the software, you're $20,000. You can get into a vinyl cutter for about $1,000 just to kind of get your feet wet, kind of get started. But one tool that I probably use more and above than I do anything to make a combination of everything is that CNC machine. And I've only got about $2,500, maybe $2,600 in the CNC. And when you look at your return on investment versus what you're going to pay for and what you're paying for, I guess, making your signs is just something else to kind of think about. So, vinyl cutters are pretty inexpensive, and it's my opinion that you're going to max out your profits on a printer and you're going to max out your profits on a cutter. The market is driven by it's driven by consumers, how much they want and how saturated these markets actually are, with people that cut vinyl and people that actually print. I'm not in a print industry anymore where I do wraps, but I can tell you that when we were doing them, you kind of max out about $20 a square foot printed. When you think about all the investment that you have to do with this, and then you've got that, and things kind of go hand in hand, and not to mention, you got software that has to go into it as well. So when you put all those together, is it really worth the investment for stuff? And that's where I like my CNC machine, because between those other two pieces of equipment, and I kind of put all the three together, there's signs out there that I can get probably $50-$60 a square foot, and the reason why is because I have the CNC machine. Not to say that that's how everything should probably go, or that's your market, that's a little different, but it's just some things to kind of keep in the back of your mind. Once you spend the $20,000 on that, and you spend the entry level $1,000 or the high end, $6,000-7,000 on a good cutter, Suma, Graphtec, whatever. Yeah, you'll make your money back on that stuff. And of course, the money also comes from a design aspect as well. So if you're very fluent in Photoshop and you love doing the hardcore graphics and stuff like that, that may be your cup of tea for doing stuff like that. But it's just my experience that there's a lot of that stuff, and I call it a race to the bottom. The market's kind of bottom out. There's only so much that you can get for that stuff because everyone's got them now, and everyone competes in the same market. So again, that is one thing that I would probably invest in. I would invest in a bigger CNC machine before I actually invest in another printer. My cutter is the cutter you actually have to keep. I think that's one of those essential sign shop things that you have to have. Just because it's utilized in so many other different markets and not necessarily in the sign market. But cutters will do tint, there's blueprints and drawings and stuff like that. So you're not dialed into one specific market where, with printers, unless you're doing very high-end artwork and printing on different mediums other than adhesive stuff, everyone already does that. And like I said, your market reach is out there, but it's like a saturated market. So,
okay, whoa. Let me explain something. So you've got $20,000 into a printer, and then you have your software. Not to mention, with the printer, you always have consumables. You always have your inks, which we account for. I get that. Then you have all your media. So, and on top of media, you also have your waste consumables. Okay, so this is a never-ending cost. This is where I'm getting at. When you have a cutter, these things are basically bulletproof. Every once in a while you got to replace, your rollers and do a little bit of maintenance here and there. You got a blade that might cost you 60, 70 bucks. But these things are basically bulletproof. You spend, I don't know, $5,000, $6,000. You get you a nice, cutting program. I prefer Flexi. And then you have the CNC machine. Like I said, $2,600 into this setup that has sat, and knock on wood, knock on MDF, whatever that is, $2,600, and it's lasted me 4 years or better. I think it's a little bit older than that now. It's almost 5 years old now. And although it does need some maintenance and it probably needs some updating, this machine is a better return on investment, ROI, than a vinyl cutter or a printer. That's all I'm saying.
That's the other reason why I'm starting this, and I promise you I'm going to get to this. I still got some more parts and pieces that that I need to get done with this. I've got majority of it, but this is just something that I prefer to go into because you make more money per square foot and you spend less time on it. But again, that's on me. So anyways, some food for thought. Hope you all have a good week. And I'm going to try to post another video here as soon as I possibly can. And hopefully it's on the sandblasted sign stuff. So looking forward to getting back doing that. It's been a busy week helping neighbors and helping people out and friends, and got to make a little road trip for a couple of days and whatnot. So I'm not going to be in the shop. But until then, we'll see you next time. See you guys.